Behold, Nintendo's biggest home console fail in recent times. I would have thought most people would be happy with a 10-inch flop, but not Nintendo. So with less than 14 million of these things around, it is my duty to fix it. Now it sent me back 33 big ones, and it has 3 issues, just like the no signal you just saw. 4 if you include how clogged up this bad boy is. And opening the front flap is what my dreams are made of, with dusty slots as far as the eye can see. Now it may seem like we've skipped ahead a little bit here, and that's kind of because we have, due to me forgetting to press the record button, but we're going to start with a whole board blow before diving in a bit deeper to find out why we're getting no signal. HDMI port looking sus AF. Like a fly to a poo, or some cheese to a cock. We've got some corrosion on our board. And given the wanky back end shape of this port, I think I'm going to remove it and clean it that way. Just going to pour a nice refreshing cup of vinegar so we can pickle this port. Just going to inspect this port before putting it back in, and wow, that brings nothing but disappointment. Just like the people at my local shopping centre, it's missing some teeth. Got a new HDMI port. Now, at the end of this big black shaft, I have a new microscope. So let's turn it on and see what this bad boy can do. Alright, let's actually test it for reals now by prepping the pads for this port. Just going to run the braid over the pads and the holes to empty it all out. For one to empty the holes though, one must first fill the holes with fresh solder. I'm fairly certain Shakespeare said that at some point in his life, probably during Titanic, I think. Now that the holes are empty, I'm going to give it some alcohol, which is actually the opposite of how it works at a nightclub, but it does work in this instance. Follow it up with the gooey stuff and then the metal stuff, and you get the idea where this is going. Now that that port is on and the pins are brighter than my future, we can solder the legs in. And with the top 2 done, we can flip it over and fill in its hairy butthole. And now that I've replaced that port, hopefully it's all good, but we still need to deal with the cleanup job ahead. Alright, Chicken Master's gonna let you in on a little pro tip here when dealing with a console that's covered in gamer gunk and you require a toothbrush to clean it. Do not use your own. Use your siblings or your spouses. It works out much better for you in the long run. And with that being said, I'll leave you to enjoy a bit of ASMR style cleaning. Don't mind any heavy breathing you may hear. Quick tip when doing the reassembly, if you've forgotten which holes you need to fill, just look for the little arrows. It'll tell you which ones need to be filled. just before I finish the reassembly process, special mention to my friends over at PCB Way. Hey, don't be an asshole. The world leaders in PCB manufacturing. Whether it's a prototype or the real deal, you can expect the best value, fast turnaround times, and fantastic customer service. They're also currently running their 7th project design contest. With 3 different categories to enter and awesome prizes up for grabs, there's never been a better time to get those creative juices flowing. And for those who aren't designers, they also have a web store where you can grab awesome tools, toys, and merch. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. And just while we're running through the reassembly here, if this video has somewhat tickled your fancy, consider subscribing. It means a lot to me and I'm trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. Potassium. Right, that is a mission success on the HDMI port there. I will quickly sync a gamepad, give myself a high five, and now we're going to see if it actually plays a game. Mother lied to me, it plays a game just fine. And that brings us to our third and hopefully final fault, the parental controls, which are on. Now hopefully there are no young children watching this hoping to get around the parental controls, because they would have heard some questionable things in here which I can't help them with. They're gonna have to ask mummy and daddy. But anyway, hit I forgot, hit cancel, and you get an inquiry number. With that inquiry number, you're going to head over to the website that's currently on the screen. You're going to enter what console you want, because it does work on 3DSs and Switches as well. Enter the date that the console thinks it is. Enter your inquiry number and hit that big fat go button, and it will give you a master key back. That master key is what we want to enter onto the console. So hit next, it will prompt for that master key, and even though I've stuffed up the recording here, you can then enter that key in, change the parental code, and then you can factory reset the console.